Both houses of Congress already passed the bill which aims to help Ukraine. It provides almost $500 million for Ukrainian army and also sanctioning Russian officials. The Freedom Support Act is already directed to President Obama.
The bill now sits on Barack Obama's desk, and there is no guarantee he will sign it, especially because the president has been reluctant to send weapons to Ukraine in the past. I spoke with some experts in America's capital to get an inside look.
Thank you very much. I think it's a great development that the U.S. Congress passed this legislation. There were many people who thought that it was not likely to pass before the end of the year, just given everything else the Congress had to do before it left for recess. I think it sends a very strong signal of support from the House, from the Senate, from Republicans, from Democrats. This is bipartisan. And pass the House, then pass the Senate, goes to the President for his signature. I expect that he will sign it. There is such strong support to help Ukraine to get this legislation into law that I think it's very unlikely the president would veto it. If he did, I think it would be an enormous mistake on his part. Is that the president understands the motivation behind the legislation, which is to help Ukraine defend itself, to impose consequences on Russia for what it has done, and to provide the necessary financial assistance to Ukraine.
The final version of the bill is softer than expected. In the bill, there is no provision for major partnership for Ukraine as non-NATO ally, something Ukraine wanted. But the bill does allow the additional financial support to Ukraine. And the Ukrainian army could decide by itself which weapons it needs.
If I have to be clear, we're talking about the same amount of money for different expenses. It will be used for registration and relocation of refugees, for economic support, loan guarantees for investors in Ukraine, and the main issue is to aim to develop the military sector. For the next 3 years, Ukraine will receive nearly $100 million each year for defense spending. We're talking about drones, anti-tank weapons, different gear of defense. For other needs, Ukraine could purchase other weapons by itself.
The president has 10 days to sign the bill, so his signature under the bill could be a real Christmas gift for Ukraine.
Natalka Pisnya from Washington, D.C. for Ukraine Today.